What's up? This is Tim Sykes, and I am just so proud of so many Trading Challenge students. You guys are studying more than ever, and you're making these new milestones more than ever. So this is Bob. He's a skier. He sent me this picture, and him here on Table Mountain in South Africa, one of my favorite places in the world. I've been like 3 times now, and it is just a fantastic place to go if you ever find yourself with the possibility of going to South Africa. But Bob, just so proud of him. He just had his biggest day ever. He's up roughly $20,000 now, but he had a $7,000 profit alone on Friday. He made a video lesson about it too. So it's not just like, oh, I made all this money, let me just keep my money and shut up. This is what I love about my top students, Tim Rutani, Mark Crook, Michael Good. They all give weekly webinars or bi-weekly webinars to Trading Challenge students. And the Trading Challenge is all about, trying to basically help each other with video lessons. Mark Crook gives exclusive video lessons now. And just trying to get everyone doing better and learning more and learning from success. So even if you're not in the Trading Challenge, it's okay. I just want to help you understand what it is about. And I know that we get a lot of applications, but we have to reject a lot of people because a lot of people just don't have the right attitude. So I'm sorry. The Trading Challenge is application only. And Bob made the cut, and now he's making great videos. So I'll attach this video after my little intro, but I also got to give props to a few other students. Airplane Jane, I wrote a blog post about her. She's another Trading Challenge student. Sugar Jane is what her husband calls her because now she stays home with the kids and she makes more money than he does, and it's pretty awesome. And she just had a $10,000 profit week, which is her best week ever too. So fantastic. Hebrew Hammer, not as much money, but it's a good start. Turned $400 into $2,500 in just a few weeks. And Alex, he says he joined the Mile High Club. I don't think he knows what that means exactly, but he was trading from a plane, and he made $1,500 on the week. Also, I got to give props to Tara. She made $10,000 in her first month of being a challenge student, and she came down to Miami the other day to trade live with me and a few other students. Michael is a dedicated challenge student, and he came and traded live, and he made a few $100. He's up, I think, like 6,000 now. Todd made nearly $2,000 live. Oscar hasn't started trading yet, but he's wanting to learn. There was even a student who flew all the way from Norway just for 2 days to Miami to come and learn. So what up, Norway? Thank you for your dedication. I'm just going to call you Norway forever because I just think it's awesome that you would travel so far to trade live with us, and I hope you guys learned. And Mark Crook also made 3,000 live. Tim Bowen, another great student who's up a few $100,000. He made a few $1,000s, or I think maybe a few $100 on his one trade. He had some software issues, but this is what I love. This is exactly why I got started teaching. I envisioned a community of traders where, traders are kind of weird. They're kind of selfish. They don't really like transparency. And I was like, you know what? What if we create this environment where traders are encouraged to be transparent and they're encouraged when they help each other? And that's what Profitly is. We have nearly 100,000 members on Profitly. Of course, it's kind of like a gym membership, 99%, maybe not 99%, but like 90% of people don't even really, go to it. I don't know if you know the stat, 80% of people with a gym membership who pay monthly or yearly, they don't go to the gym. They just have the membership and they're like one day. So I want to show you example after example after example of people who are taking their quote financial gym membership seriously. That's basically what I run. This is a financial fitness club. And whether you're starting with a few hundred or a few thousand, I want to show you examples of students who are getting it and they're dedicated. So here is Bob's video lesson on his $7,000 profit day, and I hope you learn from it and you get inspired. And Bob, Todd, Michael, Tara, Jane, Tim Bowen, Mark Crook, Tim Gratani, Michael Good, Azim John. I mean, there's so many students who are making a few thousand here or there, and it's awesome. So Anyways, I'm just proud, and I hope you learn from Bob. Again, Bob, congrats and thank you for sharing.
Good afternoon, this is Bob Knight, and it is March 18th, 2016. I want to talk about a trade I did today straight off my watch list. LXU, LSB Industries Inc. This is the longer term chart, 1-year chart on LXU. I'm using stocks to trade, developed by Timothy Sykes and his group, and it's a great platform for me. I really like using it. It's got lots of great ideas and it's easy to use. But anyways, this, it wasn't a very well managed company for many years. It came off, and here earnings didn't match, and the stock plummeted down back in November. And this is when it first, but it was a good underlying company from a fundamentals point of view. Now, I'm not generally an investor, I'm a day trader, but I did like this company, and I bought it right in here near the end of November at $7.12. And because I liked it, and I knew that the markets, were going to recover eventually, because we were, they'd been down very strong, and of course coming into January they were way down again. But I just held my position, and then it started to perk up and pick up, and I did actually day trade the stock in here a few times, long and short, just to sort of mitigate any of my risk from my long-term position. But I held that. But then today, last night, I was looking at this and really noticed that this thing was trading right at a breakout level. So I put it on my watch list. And what I said on my watch list was, I've been long LXU from $7.12 with a long-term position, but have also traded it at various levels along the way. Over the last 2 weeks, it has formed a descending wedge and today popped out of that upside. It has made 4 attempts, today being the latest, to break through 1179. If it does, then look for this stock to fill the gap to 1449. Big short position, relative to volume, with over 6 days to cover. So, here's a stock that's got 20 million in the float, trading 800,000 a day, though it traded 3.3 million today, 800,000 a day, and a big short position, and banging up against resistance 4 times in a row. Let me see if I can find that in these charts here where that comes in to play. Yeah, you can see it here. This is the 1 month 30-minute chart. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it banged up against the breakout level of 1179. So, and then then yesterday it pulled back. So I really had this stock on my radar. I thought this thing is ready to pop. So as you know, I trade using the 2-day chart, 5-minute interval, 5-minute period, and I have on here the 5 EMA and the 15 EMA as guides for me. But as today, they didn't really come into play, those 2 guides. So here's the stock yesterday. This is what I was looking at on my watch list. It had traded this, into this level here. This was the 1179. Okay, so this one actually says 1167, but the other high was 1179. So anything above 1180 was going to be was the breakout level. And the stock opened today, gapped up a little bit, 1143, and traded through my my alert, and then kept going, and I managed to get it here at 1180, 1 cent above the area that I thought that it was going to break out. And then of course it just took off from there. Now one of the things I do is I sell as it goes up. So I took profits, I think it was in here, 1185, 1190, or sorry, 1285, 1295, and sold the last of it, I think at 13 and a quarter it was. And then I also sold and then it pulled back and I sold my long-term position at $13. So great day for me. It was a solid setup, straight out of Tim Sykes DVDs. You know, couldn't get much better than this. Hit 4 times at that level, breaks through. I've got it alerted early so I can catch it, and I do, and away it goes. Then the stock pulls back and trades down and sideways in here. But it starts to perk back up, and I'm watching it again here for this 1351 level. Stock does trade up to 1351 again, backs off, hits 1351, it breaks through it and spikes up. But I don't trade this. I normally wait on those for 3 5-minute candles, and actually I only waited 2. I bought it here at 1355, and then it made the 3rd candle, and then boom, it took off. I sold here I sold here at, I think it was 1380, 20%. I sold 40% of my position at 1395, and I was looking to sell the rest at over 14. It didn't stay, and then all of a sudden it crashed hard. I got the balance off at 1370. So I missed, you know, I could have sold up in this area. I thought it would run higher as per my watch list. I'd said the resistance wasn't going to be until 1449, but I guess I got too greedy. But that's okay. Still was a, you know, still made, averaged, I think it was 25 cents a share. Made $250 for, you know, 20 minutes of time. So, and then it came off, and it's now gone sideways into the end. So, you know, you couldn't ask for a better setup for this, for the way I trade, being buying stocks on the breakout, not once, but twice. Anyways, there you go. Thank you, and have a great weekend. Bye.
My name is Tim Sykes, and I teach people to trade stocks. I am a self-made multimillionaire.
So this is the ideal trade that I'm going to talk about. I want you guys to understand every single aspect of this trade.